Hey, Matthias. Caitlin, Ethan. Yeah, okay. Manya, welcome. Okay, Ava too. All right. So we'll wait for other people to join. If you have any questions, at all, feel free to ask. And as you know, Arav and Ian wanted to have a special class to go over what we coded before and maybe extend it a little bit. And so they did it yesterday. Well, not Ian was absent, but Arav was there, and we recorded it online. So should. Oh wow, Richard, your camera is like up on the ceiling or something.
Yeah, I'm having trouble getting it adjusted. That's better. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Um, oh, so your monitor, even your monitor is up there, is it?
Yeah, I've got a 40 something inch monitor.
Because your neck is like craned up and you're looking up there.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Well, it's good to see you all. We can start coding whenever. Actually, why don't we give people a few more minutes? Yeah. Until then, you can just carry on a conversation with yourself or ask me any questions, right? Any questions that you have, any doubts. We're not going to revisit the program from last class with file IO and what did we do? Yeah, your guess is best. However, I had this other idea, and I did speak to Richard about that too before. I want to do the this other game that I was thinking of, which is to um, get a word and shuffle it and give it to the user and ask them to unshuffle. Find the original word. These kinds of games I used to like anyway in magazines like New York. Some of these magazines have these jumbled word, unjumbled words, right? So we'll write that program today, and we'll also incorporate the bit that we learned last class about reading in from a file. So we can go online and look for the most common, I don't know, the 1,000 most common 5-letter words, six-letter words, and 7-letter words, and create 3 files. And we'll read the words in from those files. And I think, yeah, I think there will be a nice opportunity for an extra credit extension to this. Okay, we'll see how it goes, right? After a while. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Mark, Francis, Jin. Yeah, switch on your cameras. Do you have any questions at all about what we have done so far? Any doubts as to what any of the things that we've used before we do? Yeah. Did you?
So I'm starting to get nervous about the midterm exam coming up next week.
Yeah. So, all right. So people ask usually whether there's a practice test. Well, there is no practice test, except that I did put together a sample of like 3 questions or 3 or 4 questions from the bank, question bank, which means that you may actually get the same question in the midterm also, if you're very, very lucky, because, there's a fair number of questions in there. And the idea is not to give you practice on the content, but rather the modality. So, which means that the modality is going to be very similar to the data rep quiz. However, I think you will be able to revisit it's 1 hour, and then you can revisit the questions and so on and so forth. Okay. So it is going to be very similar to the data rep, and the practice test will just give you a feel for the format of the midterm exam. And for those of you who do absolutely horribly on the midterm, like less than 50%, again, we will schedule a on request. I'll reopen it for you in week 11. Okay, so you just have to make sure that you don't drop, or you have to survive until week 11, and then you'll get another chance to take the mid term if you got less than 50%. Right? If you got less than 50%, you can take the midterm in week 11. Retake the midterm in week 11. Okay. Yeah. Does that answer your question, Richard?
Not really, but I guess that's all the information you're going to give, so that's fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said you were starting to get concerned about it, so I don't know what an answer would be, but hopefully this reduces your concern a bit. Yeah. And also, everybody can take it without being overly stressed or anxious, because if you know that if you do really, really badly, you will get another cut at it in week 11. So, okay. Any other questions from you guys? Otherwise, we'll start diving into this to this week's activity. Again, we'll implement something today, and then next week we will, not next week, on Thursday, we will re-implement the whole thing from scratch, different programmer from scratch, and someone will walk that person through, basically. Maybe the person who codes today will walk them through. And after that, I will introduce some more extensions to the to what we're building today, to introduce some more concepts about function calls and parameters and so on and so forth. Okay, the main idea that I'm trying to get across today is the idea of passing a parameter by reference and passing a parameter by copy, which is very unique to C++. Okay, and I doesn't matter, no matter what other languages you learned, I'm very sure that you wouldn't have encountered this kind of distinction between the two ways in which you can pass parameters. For example, if you take a language like Java, all objects are basically passed as a pointer to the object. Yes? All objects are a pointer to the object. So there is no way you can pass a copy of the object you have unless you actually create the copy explicitly yourself, right? If you have an object in Java and you want to pass it to a function, you have to make a copy and pass it and say, hey, I can't trust that function with this original. I'm going to hold on to the original, give them a copy, right? So you have to do that in Java. Yes or no? Well,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Professor,
A question? You have a question?
Oh yeah, I have a question about the quiz thing. So I have done one of the quiz thing, and then I submitted everything, and then I passed all the test cases, except I actually didn't get full credit.
Yeah, that's what you posted on the Reddit.
Oh yeah, like I accidentally put the, I don't know, is it the key or something? So
Oh yeah, right. But you did post. Well, you can post it without the key, right? You can.
I forgot to remove that.
Yeah,
So, like,
and it is a common problem. Okay, many people have run into that, and hopefully you'll find out it's not a big deal. Yeah, and also on the positive side, I think quest number 5 is the last one where you have to generate output and match this side and that side with sdiff, and so you won't have any of that from quest 6 onwards. Quest 6 onwards is all bulletproof testing in the background, end to end. There is no output generation and comparison of outputs. So that's one of the reasons why, for a while I've been thinking maybe I should just redo quest number 1 to 5 to make it more consistent with the other quests, because all of the other 22 quests in green and red and the remaining ones in blue also, they have a slightly different way of testing the things you do. So only the number 1 to 5 are different. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'll do it over summer. If I don't do it over summer, next year, same thing, I guess, for the students. And after that, I'll retire and probably shut down the questing system. But until then, yeah. If you have any questions, you can ask, and hopefully you'll find the answer and also share it with other people. So it'll, make other people's lives easier too.
Is it a problem with how I write the code? That's probably.
No, I think I haven't looked at it in great detail, but I think it's just a mismatch in the output versus the output generated by the reference. Yeah.
So is it like it's independent of how I write my code, right?
No, it is dependent on how you write, because what you output depends on what you write. Yes.
Yeah, but I have the same output.
No, I don't think so. If you didn't get full trophies, you don't have the same output. Maybe you're missing a new line somewhere, or there's an extra space or something.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Identical output means everything has to match, even invisible characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, coming back to that other point I was trying to talk about, when you pass a parameter to a function, it'll all make a lot more sense after we start coding. Okay. Today, here's what I was thinking. This is what I had in mind. Yeah. Hey, Rohit, welcome back to class. I think you were absent last week. Yes. You said you were sick or something.
Yes, Professor.
Yeah. So welcome. I hope you're better now. And Chanyu, you should also switch on your camera. Okay. And Jesus, Jesus and yeah, with this. Yeah, who else? Manya had her camera on, so that's okay. Ethan, you should share your cameras. Jesus. All right, great. And now I'm thinking, who can code today? I know Lon has coded. Richard said he'll go later. Brandon's coded. Matthias has coded. Isaac, you haven't coded, yes? Can hear you.
Yes.
Did you say yes?
I haven't coded. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, but the yes was sounded in a different voice altogether. Well, was it just me? Did you say yes?
No,
Yeah,
someone
I
else said.
did.
Who said yes?
Me.
Xiangyu, you said yes?
Oh no, because I heard you calling my name.
No, I said Isaac.
Oh, sorry.
All right, okay. But you can also code if you want to code, right? Maybe Isaac can go first and then you can go after that. Yeah? It'll be fun. It'll be totally fun. Okay. So that's good. We have Tianyu and Isaac. Who else? Hey, Jesus, you said you will code also, right? At some point. Jesus? Oh, it's still connecting to audio for him. Okay. Anyway, we'll start with Isaac. All right. So when you're ready, and also just to make sure, Rohit, you'll be coming back next week and all, right? You can code next week and yeah. All right. Good. Right. So yeah, thank you, Isaac. All right. So now, well, let's are you comfortable with VS Code, by the way? No, let me make sure. VS Code. This is Windows. Is it Windows or Mac?
Linux. I'm
Linux.
a little comfortable with.
Linux is okay. All right. So VS Code on Linux. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I'm reasonably comfortable with VS Code.
Yeah,
Not
that's
super comfortable.
Yeah, great. Okay, so erase everything. C++. Select the language C++, and then put the comment at the top. Yeah, put a comment at the top. And says class code for today's date. May 7th. Yeah, class code for May 7, Tuesday. Class code for Tuesday, May 7. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now, today we will code a game called, what should we call it? Unjumble. Okay, we'll call it Unjumble. UNJUMBLE, eight letters. Okay. So even on Windows it'll work. No, or MS DOS. Okay. Unjumble. We will read a list of 6-letter words from a file. Yeah. Select a random word and next line. Yeah, next line. Oh, you don't have a guide there, 80-column guide in VS Code? Maybe you have to go to preferences. You don't have to do it now, but in preferences or something, you can set up a guide for a vertical line, a thin vertical line that tells you where 80 columns is.
Oh, okay. That would be helpful.
Yeah. Don't do it now. Read a list of 6 words from a file. Select a random word and present it to the user. No, select a random word. Shuffle the letters. Okay, shuffle the letters and present it to the user. Yeah. All right. And the user must enter the correct word within 5 seconds. Hey, I know, we'll say 5 seconds. Okay. Obviously, once you know how it works, you can go in and change things around to your, liking and make sure it's a fun and playable game. Yeah. All right. So 5 seconds. Actually, let me. Hey, in fact, Isaac, can you hit increase the font size? Control plus may work on Linux also. No, Control plus. Okay, no, that's good. And you can get rid of the console. Yeah, that's great. Okay. All right. 5 seconds. I think that is. Oh yeah. All right. So an important feature of today's program will be the use of a function we will create that will take a word, shuffle it, and return the shuffled word. Okay. All right, so this is what we want, and break it up into 2 lines. After we will, you can go take it to the next line, or before we will. Oh, you don't have to erase it.
Hmm.
No, you already have that.
Yes.
Oh, I see. No, yeah, that's fine. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Now, what we can do now is Isaac, do the basic stuff by, the standard template, hash include and using namespace and then main with the return 0. Okay, so once you do that, we'll take it from there. Everybody should be doing that. Okay, everybody should be. And by the way, I use angle brackets. It's because it's C++. Okay, angle brackets for IO stream. And I think do we need vector? Yeah, use vector also. Use vector because we're going to be reading in a vector of words. And you're going to be reading a file. So also hash include IF stream, and that should go before a vector, after IO stream. All the stream ones could meet together, and then the data structure ones after that. Hash include F stream, yeah, file stream. Okay, and then vector. I think that's all we need. Well, we need sleep. All right, hash include unistd.h. We'll do sleep, just for that effect, saying, well, stand by and then wait, sleep for a second. It has a great effect.
What's it called again?
UNISTD, right? Unix standard .h. No, it has to have a .h.
Where?
Yeah, D.h. UNISTD.h. Yeah, right. And then a blank line after that. All right, I think that should do, right? If we need more include files, we'll come back and put them in there. You can do the main there. You can put the main method. And then what we'll do is in the main method, I'm going to put some comments in there, not as parameters, inside of the body of the method. Yeah, in the body of the method, I'll put some comments, and you guys are going to fill in the comments. And the comments are going to be, what goes in the main for now. It's going to be pretty straightforward. No functions, no new stuff. Okay, and you can do it yourself. I'll give you like 5 or 10 minutes, maybe max. And not just Isaac. Isaac can just, when he's typing there, he can just be the typist, and other people can call in the code and he can type it. Okay. And by the way, everybody should be doing it on their own IDEs, either in VS Code or Xcode or online GDB. It'll work in online GDB too, right? It's a simple program. Okay. All right. Now, instead of code here, let's put some things in there, right? First of all, let's call srand because we're going to be doing some randomization in here. We know, right? Because we know it's a game, we're going to be doing some random stuff, right? So we'll say we're going to call srand. No, you don't need comments. You just say srand times 0. This is a standard thing every time, right? As soon as you enter main, if you're going to be calling rand, just call srand, unless you're debugging and you want the same sequence of numbers always. Yeah, right. Srand, and inside parentheses, you're going to say time. Inside parentheses, you're going to say time.
Srand.
And then the parameter for time is going to be null pointer.
Which will be
instead of 0, make it null pointer. NULLPTR. Right, and you can get rid of the space before the open parentheses too, so stick it to time. Right now, before the word time, say the word unsigned within parentheses. Unsigned within parentheses. No, it's got to be within parentheses of its own. And that's because time returns something that is not an unsigned. You want to make it and put a space before the word time. Just formatting. It doesn't really change anything. All right, okay. And you got a semicolon at the end? All right, okay. And put a comment there just to jog our memory as to what it does, okay? Put a comment on that line, seed the random generator. Hey, Ian, you're not going to take off now, are you? You're saying hello?
No, I'm sticking around, Professor.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, so done that. Now what we want to do is one more blank line and then put a comment there. And this is what you're going to do. All right. That should say, okay, All right, the first thing you're going to do is read in a list of 6-letter words from the file words6.txt, okay? Words6.txt. No, number 6. Number 6 is easier. Yeah, right? Okay, now we did this before, reading in, in fact, what we did in the previous game was harder because we had to read in a line and then split it into a number and a string, a question. But in here, no, it's just going to be 1 line per word and you're going to read it in. What we'll do now, though, is, obviously, after you do that, I'm going to come back and there's a few more things to do after that reading a file. We'll do it step by step. I'm not going to put in all of the to-dos and then say, do it all. So we'll do it one at a time, right? So now you're going to do this, but before that, we want to go to Chrome. Let's say go to Chrome, open a private window, private browser window, and share it. And there.
Sorry, one moment.
Yeah, no worries. I know. And there, what we want to do, I'm just thinking aloud. Yeah. Let's search for the 1,000 most common English 6-letter English words. Okay, yeah, that's what we want to do, right? So in your browser, search for the top 1,000 most common, the top 1,000 common English 6-letter English words. Okay, I don't know. Let's see if it figures it out, right? Well, hopefully this is getting processed by the AI and they know how to parse it properly. Because I think I tried it once before and then it didn't get the right thing, but we'll see. Yeah. Oh, it's common words. We want 6-letter words.
Sorry.
Yeah. 6-letter words. There you go. All right, click that. It seems to have. Oh, there's no list. Is there a list? Further down, is there a list of 6-letter words? Click that list. Click that list. No, jump to section. There's a. There you go. Is there a? Does it give you a list? No.
No, it doesn't give me a full list.
Can someone find out if there's a list somewhere? We just need 6-letter words. Okay. We need a bunch of at least 1,000 6-letter words. Go to another link. Maybe this one is all messed up. Go to another one. I'm pretty sure there must be another link with 6-letter words. In fact, we don't even have to do 6-letter words. What we can do is read in all words and then toss all the words that are not 6 letters too. That's okay. Oh yeah, list of common 6 letters. Yeah, see. Let's see if we got it. Are these all separate words? We need them one on a line, one on each line. How do we get? No, we need it in a proper list form. Search one more, another one. We just need a proper list. Yeah, top one. Yeah, there you go. List of common 6-letter words. Has anyone else done some research and found a site with? We just want a list, okay? Even this is okay, I think, right? Just grab all of them, put it in a file, and then we'll replace all the spaces. Oh wow, this is all starting with A, starting with B, and all.
Yeah. It also said just 100 of the most frequently used 6-letter words. Do we want to do that?
Let's do the 100. Let's do the 100, and then in your own time, everybody, right? In your own time. Oh, 100 is also like this. That is a pain. Is this 100? Is this 100? Okay, let's grab it all. And then put it in a file. And then what we want to do. This is Linux, isn't it? Is this Linux?
This is Linux.
Okay, I copy this. Put it in your clipboard.
Yeah.
And then go to your Linux terminal. Rather than mess around with an editor, we'll just do it on the command line. Go to your terminal. Share your terminal.
Mm.
All right. Now do cat greater than /tmp/ 6.txt. No space. Yeah, 6.txt.
Sorry, I'm not great with terminal.
That's okay. But by the way, because I'm pretty sure lots of people aren't familiar with the terminal, because you're learning C++, And using the terminal, no matter what in the future, right? Even if you're using GUI or AI to interact with the system, sophisticated interfaces, working at the terminal is a powerful skill. Okay, even if you're using AI, at some point, you might say, well, you know, it's quicker to actually just do this. I don't know. I don't know how, you know, things will be completely different in a few years. But still, I have this gut feeling that, you know, the skill of learning to use a terminal, if you're a C++ programmer, is very valuable. Maybe it's just my old timer mindset, okay? Because things will be different. But still, this is useful. All right, hit enter, hit enter. Now paste what you have in your clipboard. Paste everything. Oh, it got it all in a. That is funny. Is it all there?
I think so. It looks like it's all there.
Hit
here.
enter, hit
Sorry.
enter. You want a new line after the end. All right, now hit Control D. All right, now where is your project file? Where is your, what is this file in VS Code? What do you call your project?
I haven't saved it yet.
Okay, now we want a directory for your project. Did you open VS Code inside of a directory?
Yes, it should be inside. Sorry, finding it in my file system.
Now go into that directory and move this 6.txt file into that directory. And I'll show you how to move into change into that directory. Say CD and then the change into the directory CD.
Sorry, I haven't.
After you find the directory, change into the directory. Hey, Salami, welcome to class. And you coded recently, so you can have an opportunity to ask for it. Are you in the directory? You found it? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, it's the directory called source in your home directory?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Are you going to change it later on? Organize
Yeah.
it? Yeah. All right. Now move that. Yes. Yeah. CD to, what is that?
C++ class.
No, not CP plus. What is CP plus? What is CPP class? Oh, see, your CPP class is CS2A.
Yes.
Right, okay. Because we're going to be starting to talk about class in CPP. In C++, there's something called class.
Okay.
We're talking about that in starting, you know, next week, week 6. Actually, just rename it to CS2A instead of CPP.class, okay? Just so yourself a lot of confusion next week. Just MV. Type MV.
Yeah.
MV, and then type capital C and then hit tab. Capital C, hit tab.
I got nothing.
I thought you were inside the directory. Oh, I see. No, you have to go back. CD space dot dot. Go to the previous directory first. CD dot dot. CD space dot dot. That is no CD space dot dot.
CD dot dot. Sorry.
Change directory to the previous dot dot means
okay.
the previous directory. Now do move MV and then capital C tab. Capital C tab. Yeah. All right. Now space, space, and then call it CS2A. All right. This will save you a lot of confusion. All right. Now go into this directory. Go into this directory here, and this is where your VS Code is, right? Oh, you know, this is where your all right project is. Okay. Now move /tmp mv /tmp /6 and then tab. All right, now we want to move that into words6.txt, and in the directory CS2A. So CS2A / oh no, you're already in CS2A, right? So you just say words6.txt, words6.txt. TXT. All right, great. Yeah, enter. Now, just make sure that the contents of the file are still there from what you copied. Say, no, not of the directory. How come there's so much stuff here? Oh boy, you got all your stuff in here, all of your quest code and everything in the same place.
Yes.
You're going to clean up later, okay? Yeah, is that okay?
I will.
All right, just remember the files you're creating now so that it doesn't, you know, mess up what you got. So this words6.txt and then whatever this project you're calling it, unjumble.cpp or something like that. Okay, now do less less.
Wait, LESS.
Space W tab, right? That's word6.txt. W and then tab. Right. Now, if you hit that, it'll show you the contents of the file. Let's make sure it's there. Hit enter, hit enter. It's there, right?
Yes.
And are these like easy words or like really obscure words? Seem like okay words, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, great. Now let's go back to your file now, to your project, VS Code project. So now we know, if you remember last class in online GDB, we created a separate file called questions.txt. How many of you remember that? Give me a thumbs up or something to let me know that you remember that when we implemented the game last class, right? We had this file, the questions.txt. That's exactly what we've done here, except it's not online GDB, it's VS Code. So we actually went into the terminal and created this file, okay? If you're doing it in online GDB, this is what you do. You'd create a file called in online GDB, word6.txt and put everything in there. That's all, okay? All right, now, you are going to do this thing, okay? Now you are going to, what we need is, well, I shouldn't tell you that, okay? So extend the comment on the next line, okay? Go to line 19, hit enter.
Sorry, it's
Line
being weird.
19, line
It's
19.
being weird. I'm gonna reshare.
Yeah,
It
yeah, sure.
wasn't letting me.
So so line 19 and say, you will need a vector of strings into which you will push back each word that is read from the file. Okay, that's enough of a clue, all right? There is so much of a clue to tell you what needs to get done. So, and you're not going to, code anyway. Someone else is going to call out the code and you code it, yeah? All right. So, yeah, go to line 19, hit enter. Yeah, and then, no, it goes after this comment, not before. And yeah, thank you. Oh, and then you need to push that comment in also. Previous one. All right, now, yeah. Now you will need, or we will need, okay, because whoever is coding, we will need a vector of strings into which we will push back all of the words, push back each word that is read from the file words6.txt. You can go to the next line. Now I think it's 80 columns. That's why that vertical line actually helps. As you're typing, you can actually say, oh, I hit, go on to the next line. Word6.txt. All right, okay. Now, I would prefer not to talk you through the next 4 or 5 lines of code. Now, hopefully, you know what it is, or someone knows what it is, and they should call out the code. What you need is a vector of strings. You need a vector of strings, and then you're going to open the file, word6.txt, get line from the file, get line, right? Get line from the file. And as you get the line, and you're going to take that word and then push back in the vector that you have, call the vector 6-letter words, right? Push back. So when you come out of the loop, that vector should have a lot of 6-letter words in it. Is that okay? Does it make sense? What I described so far, does it make sense? It's like 4 lines of code. We've done it a few times before, but there's no harm in doing it more times. In fact, everything we do, we got to do 4 or 5 times, okay? Now, people think that, well, I'm studying computer science. It's all about understanding, right? So I just go listen to it and, I understand how it works and I'll move on, okay? That is your, that's the end of the story, right? It never works. I can tell you that. It is like reading your math book just before your exam and saying, well, you know what, I have to work out all these complex proofs and I'll read it and, oh, the proof makes sense, okay? Tell me if you had this experience in your life, right? You read the math book and all the proofs make total sense. And you go to your exam thinking, I'm going to ace this math exam. And you get a question that was in the book and you read it and you thought it made perfect sense, right? But in the exam, you're not able to work out the proof. Has this happened to you? Hands up if it has happened to you ever. No, all right, okay. Anyway, it has happened to me, but I think it is very common. It happens in programming because we often think when we read a program, it makes total sense, especially with more sophisticated algorithms we're going to be doing later on, like tree traversals and so on. We read it and say, all right, okay, this is how it works. All right, this is how it works. Okay, and we say, oh, I totally understand how it works. But when you go to implement it yourself, you'll find you're stuck in a million places. Okay, and that could result in a great deal of frustration and anger. Okay, saying, well, you know what, this has to work. It doesn't work. What the hell is going on? Right? This is total crap. You'll feel all kinds of emotions like that. Because you thought you understood it, but really you didn't. The understanding is in the detail. So you have to implement it and make sure that all of the little bits are in place, because otherwise you have this very high, bird's eye view, really not a good, understanding of the algorithm or whatever you're trying to implement is. So you have to, anything you do, even simple things, things that look very simple, like reading in a file, I bet, I'm going to leave it in your hands, even though we've done it before. I don't know whether it was Salami or Ethan or whoever it is. You've done it. People have called out the code, and even last class we did it. I'm pretty sure you will still hit hiccups, okay, when you're doing it. So I'm not going to say any words from now on. I'm going to leave it in your hands until you guys finish it. Isaac is not going to type either, okay? He's just going to say, like Zara is going to say, hey, what do I type now, okay? And you guys are going to call out. You're going to call out what he has to type, and 4 or 5 lines of code. Make the vector, read the file, and stuff all of the words in the file into the vector, okay? Use getLine, don't cn, right? If you use cn, you'll get new lines on subsequent reads. That's a pain. GetLine, get the whole thing, stuff it in the vector. Next line, and keep on doing that. And the end, your vector should have all of the words, and you should be able to print a line saying, see, I read 5,000 words from that file. Okay, that's all. You got to do that. Is that okay with you guys? Can I turn the laptop around for 5 minutes? I think 5 minutes is more than enough, but if it takes more time, that's okay, right? I'm going to turn the laptop around. Can you guys code this for 5 minutes? And then after that, I will take that to the next level, right? I'll say, what can we do from there to, develop the game further? Is that okay? So give me some kind of a signal, okay? Thumbs up, whatever it is. Great. Okay. So Mark said thumbs up, and Francis too. So at least 2 people know what to do. So if Isaac is actually, saying, well, I got to type, someone better call out. Even if you know what to type, Isaac, call out. Okay. Don't type what you know. You say, hey, guys, can you tell me what to do here? Okay. All right. Great. So great. I'll go ahead and take it away and code it. Okay. Hey, Salami, you also got to code it, okay? It looks like you got company, but you got to be, focused in class for the duration of the class, and then afterwards you can, you got to code now. Is that okay? You got to code now. Not, you don't have to live code, but you got to code this on your own, in your own.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Okay. Everybody pay full attention, okay? Don't get distracted. Just as 2 hours, okay? Block off these 2 hours. Every week, Tuesday and Thursday, say 6 to 8, I'm going to be coding, okay? And it's not like you got to be coding on your own, because I know that I got 2 hours to study. People will keep postponing it, and something will creep in and so on. But here, you got a hard stop, 6 o'clock. The prof is here. All my classmates are here. I got to go 6 to 8. You got to block it and say, my full attention is here. Even though I got these juicy things to do, some, other things, and I got company over, this 2 hours. Okay, it is your time to self-development time. Okay, just make that a firm commitment in your head, all of you, because this is really life knowledge. It's not book knowledge. Okay, it's not something that gives you a certificate. Because using a certificate to get a job, that's all history. It's not going to matter, right? But this is life knowledge, because this is what you learn here. You can actually use to make things. Okay, make things that'll be useful for other people. They can buy it directly off you. You don't have to go beholden to someone else and say, sell it for me. No, right? So you should be able to do all of these things. So please put in the effort to learn all of this. I'm there to help you, right? I even give you extra classes and all. I'm retiring next year. I have all the time for you guys, okay? So if you have any questions, ask for extra classes. I'm happy to help you guys. But do this, okay? Because I want to do some exciting stuff, right? So that you guys are all jazzed up. By the end of this class, not today's, well, even today's class, every class, ideally, you're just filled with ideas on what to do, right? What can I do? Here's some new ideas. Oh, something we don't code it in class. Let me try a variation of that. Right, all of those, your head should be spinning, and that's what I'm, gunning for. And if it doesn't produce the desired effect, you should let me know. Right, so we can try and spice it up more and make it more interesting. Okay, 5 minutes. It's your time. Go ahead and code, and keep the airwaves occupied so I can hear you guys. Okay. And Isaac, if nobody's talking, you should say, "Hey guys, what should I code now?"
Yeah. So
Okay. I guess under line 20, since like we needed vector strings, I guess we could just declare that. So like go to line 20 and then press enter and then say vector. There's no capital, yeah. And then do the angle brackets. Inside we can say like string. And then like space, give it a name. Let's call it guesses. Oh, sorry, like, no, not guesses, but just say words. And then set it equal to, well, actually, we don't set it equal to anything yet. Just like do semicolon after the line. Okay, and
we can define the string. That's the data file name. So string data file. And then what did we call it again?
We called it word6.txt.
Yeah, so just initialize it to that.
How should I do that? Sorry,
So
I
the
wasn't.
file,
Can you repeat that?
string data file equals the name of the file in quotation.
And then
And we can do if stream. And
I-
someone tell me if I'm wrong.
IS stream?
if
IF. Hmm,
and then space ifs and then data file in parentheses.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Do you know what goes next, Mark?
A question mark?
Oh no, sorry, I was asking Mark if he knew what
oh
happened.
yeah. I don't know, like last time we did it, I think we used a while loop and then we said get line using IFS, that's the operator. Sorry, that's a function, and then we use
Do we need to define the line or can we just get it straight?
um
'Cause we did like a string line last time, right?
yeah. Let me try to search it for a second.
But maybe we can create a while loop in the meantime. And then-
Actually, a for loop might be working here better.
for loop, but do we know how many words, how many lines there are?
There are 100 lines. There should be 100 words.
Okay, so we can do a for loop if you want to do it that way. Size t size ti equals 0. Semicolon. And then I is less than 100. I plus plus.
And
Oh,
then-
actually, before the for loop, I think last time we also had, if we're unable to read in the file, we're gonna say we're gonna return an error. So
Mhm.
like do if. Oh no, do if. The if of if in parentheses and then put a exclamation mark. Shift 1, yeah, and then IFS. And then inside, we just say like, because that's when it's the error, we just, oh no, inside the curly brackets,
Oh, okay.
delete the, yeah. And then we just see out, and then the two angle operator. Yeah, and then in the string, we just say like error or something.
There.
Yeah, great. And then we can do an end line or something. Also we need to do the exit. Oh, that's great. And then press enter on the same line. And then we say exit 1. Exit, yeah, and then 1.
And then
Yes.
instead of C out, we can do the C error, right? So that it shows up as an error message.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Just CE double R.
Thank you.
So Richard,
And then instead of the end line, I think it was a data
okay.
file. Data
Here?
file.
Yes.
Yeah, data file.
Sorry,
Yes.
Richard, what you sent, that gets the number of lines in the file. Is that what you sent in the chat? Richard?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, so the code you sent, does that get the number of lines in a file?
What? Sorry.
No, because
Yeah, I think that's what he intended. Yeah. That was,
I see.
we can see that. Also, I think we do have to use size T, so keep size T. Because I keep getting, yeah. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
My plus plus, and then
And then I guess like based on what Richard has said, we can say, yeah, my file, and then CN operator, and the N operator. And then, wait, what is tent? Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
My file should be data file.
Is it main or is it words?
right now we're in main.
But the pushback, isn't that a vector method, or am I wrong? Like, are we supposed to push back temp into the vector words?
Yeah, I think it will be words instead of main. Right? Also, I think we only need 6 words, right? So we'll do I less than 6. Yeah, less than 6.
Do we need 6 words, or are all the words? I thought we need 100
Oh,
words.
do we need all the, oh no, never mind. Sorry, yeah. Okay,
I would just leave it at 100 for now, just until we test it, and then we could expand it later once it works.
Yeah. Do you want to add the thing that Richard put? We can initialize size T count.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't see that.
So yeah, and then above that, you would put size T count. Or do you not need to initialize these variables with the angle bracket or the angle operator thing? You see the my file, and then sorry, the first line of what you sent. Sorry, can you see the chat?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
There you
Okay.
go. And then data, that would be data file. Nice.
I think now we could, I think for scrambling the words, should we do like a separate function? So like outside of main, yeah, outside of main, like write,
Wait, are we supposed to do that? I think we did everything, right? We're just supposed to store it.
I think he also said if you scroll up on the comments, I see he says we need to shuffle the letters
Yeah, but I
of a
think
word.
comments below are when we call them back, or am I wrong?
I think it's just like when we complete everything, right? I don't know.
I got all kinds of errors when I try to compile this.
Let's try it on.
I can try to. So
So we need to initialize those variables.
sorry, that's ginormous.
So above data file, you would go size t count. And then under it, you can do string temp.
And then under it. Ah, sorry.
String temp, TMP.
Okay, are you guys done? You guys done?
No. Well,
So read in the file. Well, what is count? Count. I see.
Count should be the number of lines.
I see. Okay. All right. I'm going to suggest a few changes because defensive programming wise, and run this through in your head and see if it works better. Okay. So we'll make a few changes here. That's great. You've made a string data file. That's fantastic. Okay. I have stream data file. Okay. If not, that's fantastic. Okay. Now, one of the things we need to do is on line 30, instead of saying error and then data file, what you need to do is change that error. Put a colon after the error, colon space, and then say could not open. Whenever you print a no, and then the space after open. So you got to run this through in your head too, right? And then a space around the operator, double left shift, the double left shift, double left shift before data file. Yeah, put spaces on both sides. On this side also, No, not of data file, spaces on both sides of the operator. And then endl at the end of data file. After data file, left shift and endl. All right, exit one, that is good. Now let's not use size t count. Let's say that we don't know how many words there are. Now, the thing is, if you use this, if you use count and use a for loop, it is very dangerous. And the reason it is dangerous is because what if the file didn't have 100 words? Maybe it only had 20 words. Okay, but it's still going to loop through 100 times. Yes?
I don't think so.
Why?
You could use a for each loop, right?
Why no, why do you think you don't, why don't you think that
Oh, wait, I get it now, sorry. I is less than count.
No.
Depends
If you
what
use
we
a
do
for
with
loop,
count.
there's no way you can do this without, if you use a for loop, you got to use checks and balances and make sure that it doesn't spill over. It's a mess. The right way to do it, the better way, the more elegant way to do it is to use a while loop, right? While, do while, or one of those things. Just do a while loop. It's everything else the same as what you got, but do a while loop there, so that now you don't know, you don't care what the count is. Yeah. While, and then say, and then data file. What is data file right shift into count? Line 37. So data file is not a stream, right? So you cannot read from a data file because data file is a string. It's a string. It's a string variable. It's not a file stream. So you can't right shift from it. You can read from it. So it's a string. So that statement will result in an error if you compile it. Yeah, in fact, you actually see that red squiggly mark. That means it's so get rid of line 37. You don't need that. And get rid of line 34. We're not using count. Right? And then instead of string temp, call it string word. Okay, string word. We'll just use names that are self-documenting and get rid of the blank.
Currently our vectors words.
It's a vector of words, but you're going to read in individual words here.
Yeah, I'm just worried the naming would get confusing.
No. This is a very common pattern where you use a plural vector, plural for the array or a collection, but a singular for the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, and get rid of the blank lines under that. And then inside of the while parentheses, you're going to say while get line ifs comma word, and that's got to be within parentheses. Yeah. Yeah, get line ifs, and again that's also parameters, right? ifs parentheses.
IFS.
Comma,
yeah,
ifs comma word, and that has to be within parentheses.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. And you can get rid of the space after get line also, so it's cleaner. All right, now we can close the parentheses at the end, and then space and a curly brace. Now in here is you're going to do that, right? Cut your lines 40 to 43 and put them in here. And except change temp to word. Yeah, change temp to word, and then data file should be. Oh, actually, no. You've actually got it into word. Get line gets it into word, so you don't need that line. Get rid of 36. Get rid of 36.
What?
Line 36 can go, right? Words dot push backward. Yeah, okay. And you don't need data, and you don't need cout less than count, right? Double left shift count. You can get rid of that line too. And since the while loop only has one statement, it doesn't even need braces. Get rid of the braces. Great. Now there you go. Now after the while loop on line 37, right there you say cout, left shift, right? Left shift. And then within quotes, you can say red RE80.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Red. And then space. And then outside of the quotes, you say left shift words dot size. Outside of the words dot size. Yeah. And then left shift. Yeah, again, spaces on both sides of the left shift. So, yeah. All right. And then, yeah. Within quotes, you say space, words from space. No.
Yeah.
Space. And you have the data file. You left shift the data file, and then endl. No. It's I think it's called data file. You called it data file.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Endl. Now this bit here, those 4 lines, idiomatic, very standard. That is why I said it doesn't matter if we've done this before. Do it like 4 or 5 times in your own project. Create, contrived situations. Make your own project, whatever it is. Do this, okay, 4 or 5 times, because it's a standard pattern. You'll use many different places where you're going to read files, text files. Because reading text files, believe it or not, is one of the major things that you will be doing. Because even though structured data files, reading in numbers and so on, has their place, but most of the stuff we do will be reading text files, right? Of course, even if you're using Python or some other scripting language to process the file and spit it out, you're still going to be reading that coming in, right? So this is the pattern you will use. So get familiar with this. It'll be very useful to you later on. All right. Now, at this point,
I think size is a function. Don't you need a parenthesis?
Oh, yeah, yes, it's a function. Thank you so much. Who said that, by the way?
Mark.
Mark, yeah, it's a function. Yeah, and then put a return 0 at the end. Enter, and then return 0. Enter, and return 0. Enter, return 0. Mind you, this is not the whole program. We're going to be doing more, but we put a return 0 there, return space 0, just to make sure if you compile and run, it runs, no errors. Now, there's one of the things that we got to get into the habit of doing. Every time you're coding, every 25, 30 lines even, compile and run, okay? Anytime you get some breathing space, compile and run. Right, this is a luxury you guys have that I didn't have when I was learning to program as a kid. Right, back in the day, I was learning Fortran and things like that. And after I write my program, I got to punch it into cards. You can't even read it after that. It's in a card. It's a bunch of cards. Your program is in a bunch of cards, and you can't run it until 6 p.m. the next day or something. Right, you got to go to the computer center, and write your name in a book and saying, all right, when your turn comes up, the operator will say, all right, you come here and give me your cards. They'll run it for you and give the output. Okay, so
until you drop the cards.
yeah, punch cards, and in those days, and this kind of thing was a luxury. So what we got to do, the old timers had to do, was run all this code in our head, and so that because we don't have the luxury, and we have to run in our head, and we got very good at it. And the thing is, what I discovered was that it is not very hard, right, to run code in our heads. It's actually very easy. You just get the hang of it after a few days. But the thing is, these days, because we've been spoiled by instantaneous run environments and so on, when I tell students or even new hires, you can run this code in your head. You don't need to go to a computer. Many of them are overwhelmed because they say, oh, how can I run this in my head? But it's just a skill you can pick up like anything else, and it's not a formidable skill. It is actually a very easy skill. So try with these little programs. These fragments run in your head, right? After a while, you just get comfortable, and you can look at a big program and say, hey, this is what it's going to do. Right, and when you get to that stage, you can start putting bigger things together too, and that's where the real power of programming comes. Okay, all right. Now, if you run
also on 34, I think you should say words. Words with the S.
Oh, why does it have a red arrow?
Okay, let's see if that's a problem. Like, can you say like on 34?
Words didn't read.
No. It's got temp and count and all these things. Where are these in your console? Oh, it's from your previous compile, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, can we try like 34? Can we say like words instead of word?
No, that's not going to help. Why is string word? No, just mouse over.
Because we declared it as words.
No, but string word is just to store the string temporarily so that we can push it into the vector.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's different now.
Just mouse over the red part. I want to see what the error is.
Yeah, on 37.
Mouse over leave it there. Yeah.
Oh, it's just left over.
Yeah. So you just recompile it and it'll go. Okay, what is the error?
Nothing.
Oh, no error, right? What is the
Sorry.
error?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, run without debugging.
Can you make that a little bigger so I can see the output a little better?
Yeah, me too. Yeah, make the console bigger. Make the console. There's something above collect too.
Where?
The console. Make the console bigger. Below that thing. Raise the horizontal line.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No. Make the console.
This?
Yeah, there. Yeah. Run it now. Okay. What is the warning?
The pre-launch task C++, C or C++ GCC build active file terminated with exit code -1.
No, it can't find string. Why can it not find string? The string library.
I think
Yeah,
there's an
actually,
include we're missing. Maybe where there's an include we're missing.
Yeah. All right. But hash includes string also at the top, but we shouldn't really require that. I don't know why. I know after. Yeah. All right. Let put it there. Hash includes string. No, it shouldn't require that. Why? I don't think this should make a difference really. Run it now. All right. All right. Something is weird in this VS Code. Just copy the whole thing in that buffer, right? Copy the not the error message, all your code, and go to online GDB. We'll just do it in online GDB for now. Command A, command
just-
copy the whole thing.
I just want to ask, did you create the text file already?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And we're gonna take that to online GDB too. Yeah, and
Where
go
is
to
it located?
and paste it in online GDB, and then also paste the contents of the text file in online GDB, word6.txt. It should run. I don't see any reason why string. I think if VS Code is set up, not set up correctly, because it is supposed to find the string class. It's not finding it.
When
Oh,
I
so
ran it on mine, it came out with that error message that could not open the file.
Oh, that's correct. That's good. Ava,
Yeah.
So that's what it said for you?
Yeah.
Do you have the file word6.txt in the current directory?
Nope.
Yeah, that's why it couldn't open the file. So you need to create a file called word6.txt and put all the words in there.
Can you share it?
Yeah. Hey, Isaac.
yeah.
Oh, he's gonna put it
Uh,
in GDB. You can just grab it from there.
what's
okay.
it called again? Sorry.
No. Just go to online GDB and put everything in there, and then Ava can pick up the file from there. Go to online GDB.
GDB.
onlinegdb.com.
One moment. I'll share my screen.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, that was the wrong screen. There we go.
Excellent. Yeah, paste everything and then new file. Click the new file. Click the new file. That yeah. No. Next to the green button. Next to the green button. One more to the left. One more to the left. One more to the left. One more. Yeah, that's new file. And then call it word6.txt. 6.txt. Yeah. Right. And then go to your VS Code or that file where you have all those.
Yeah, I'll get it. One moment.
Paste it in here. And then Ava, you can pick it up from here after Isaac shares that orange link, share button. You go to that link, you'll find the word6.txt file in there. You can grab everything from there.
I'll paste that in chat.
Yeah, paste it in chat. Hey, Ava, see it's in chat. So let us know if you've grabbed it.
Okay, I'll do it right now.
Okay, great. Hey, Isaac, go back to your code now. I want to see. Where's word6.txt? Where's the data file? Oh yeah, word6.txt. All right, okay. Now run it here. Run it here. Yeah, C++. See, what does it say? Read 100 words. Okay, all right, great. So this worked. You see here, it kind of works here neatly. And that is one of the reasons why I have generally started using online GDB for class is because things just get, what we do here, setup is standard setup. If it works here, it'll work anywhere. So we've got a basic subset of things that should work, and it's there in most of these in online GDB, Replete, all of these sites. Because VS Code, what happens is that because it is our own IDE, even without our knowledge, over a period of, let's say, years, it will accumulate customization. Okay, you'll do things and say, well, it makes it a little easier for this project, and then you forget it, and you start using it, and then after a while, your IDE is so customized to you that if you get to a new IDE or an Emacs or some terminal and you're developing stuff, you'll just, for the first half an hour, you're going to be severely retarded, right? Meaning you're much slower than you could actually go, because it won't work in standard IDEs or standard configurations. So that's why we use online GDB. And these are increasingly sophisticated online compilers now. They handle all these things. Okay, great. So far, everything works. Is everybody on the same page before we go on to the next line? Okay, thumbs up if everybody's on the same page. Now what we're going to do, yeah, thank you. All right, okay. So let's go to line 39 and hit enter. And here, one more enter, and start a comment. start a comment and say, well, you guys should do it. Maybe I'll, or we'll see, right? Maybe you can do it. Say, select a random word from the list and present it to the user. Oh, select a random word from the list, shuffle it, and present the jumbled word to the user. Okay. Now I'm going to do this in 3 parts, and you're going to do some of it. Okay. All right. Present the jumbled word to the user. Okay. Now, yeah, on the next line, you're going to say, the first thing we're going to do is select a random word. Okay. So put a to do there. You guys are going to do it. Okay. So string random word equals, string random word equals. Yeah, if you make it camel case, if you're going to run the words together, it's either got to have a snake case or capital W for word, random capital W. Yeah, random word equals. Now put a comment there saying to do, fill it in. Oh no, put a comment there saying to do, select a random word from our list. I hope you all know how to do it. Okay, you have to use rand and then the percent sign and so on and so forth, and people can walk you through that, obviously. Okay, or I can walk you through. That's fine too. Right now, enter. Right now, you're going to say see out, stand by for your jumbled word. Stand by for your jumbled word. ... Right, and then endl. Right, and then on the next line, you're going to sleep for 1 second. Right, sleep for 1 second, just to give the user or the player some breathing time. Sleep 1 second. Okay, semicolon. Okay, now you've got the random word, and then now you're going to say see out. Oh no, we haven't jumbled it. Okay, all right. Now say strings. Hang on 1 sec. Okay. All right. I think this is the best way to do it because it has 3 things that we can introduce as concepts today. All right. Okay. We will say instead of string and so on, get rid of that word string. Right, instead of get rid of the word string and say shuffle word, shuffle underscore word, or or whatever. Yeah, but open parentheses, and in here you're going to say random word. Okay, semicolon at the end, and put a comment at the end. Put a comment on the same line. This will shuffle random word in place. That is a very important word, in place. Research to do for you to look it up and see what is the importance of in place. Why is in place so important? Do some research and summarize in the forums. Fantastic opportunity. It is a totally fantastic opportunity because we have algorithms, not just, we're doing a simple permutation algorithm here, but we have other algorithms like sorting and other cool algorithms. And sometimes the only difference between 2 algorithms, they both do the same job, but one of them does the job in place, whereas the other one will do the same job, but it will take it, requires extra space, does it there, and then take the result and put it back. Okay, that is not in place. Does the job, but out of place. But this one does it in place. Now, in place algorithms, enormously more valuable. Okay, enormously more valuable. So in fact, there's been so much research on even existing algorithms trying to convert them into in-place algorithms. In fact, you will learn in later on, I think in 2C, sorting algorithms, where getting the sort to happen in place without requiring extra space, right, in the array that you're given is actually hugely powerful. And we're going to do that with this thing here. Okay, we're going to write this function. I will do that. Don't worry. Okay, so we'll do that. Right now, we hit enter. Now hit enter. Enter. One more enter, and you can say see out, unjumble this. Okay, unjumble this colon, unjumble this in 5 seconds or less, right? In 5 seconds or less. colon space, and then what you want to do is left shift random word, and then endl. And endl after that. Okay, great. Now, so far, what would have happened is that it selects a word and then shuffles it, and then it presents to the user the shuffled word and says, now unjumble this. Okay, so that's what it's doing. Now, before we do that, I want to do one thing to the list of words we have. It's all lowercase, isn't it? All your words are lowercase. Lowercase words are hard to read and hard to unjumble also. Let's turn them all into uppercase. And I'll show you how to do that on Linux. Okay, so copy all of those words. Oh, you already have those words in your terminal, right? In words.txt. No, you already have a file in your terminal, in your directory.
Yes.
Yeah, can you go to that terminal for a second? I'll show you how to do this next command line. Yeah, all right. No, you don't have to open the file. We need to go to the command line.
Oh,
Q, hit Q. Right, so type cat space, and then what is this file called? Words. I don't think it's in this directory. I think it is in the directory called CS2A, isn't it?
We're in the directory called CS2A.
Oh, we are. Okay, and then pipe that vertical bar, space, vertical bar, space, vertical bar. What that means, what that does is that it takes, cat will basically take the file and concatenate it to the output, meaning it'll just dump the contents of the file on the terminal. In fact, if you just hit, get rid of the vertical bar and hit return, you'll see the contents of the file blasted on your screen. Just hit enter. There, you saw that, right? Cat something will take the file and dump it on the screen. Now, we don't want to dump it on the screen. We want to take it and then pipe it through, send it to another program. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So up arrow, get the command back. Right, now pipe that through this command called tr, transliterate. There's a command called tr in Unix, right? Transliterate, okay? Now, what the transliterate will map one set of characters into another set of characters, okay? What we want to do is map 26 lowercase characters into corresponding 26 uppercase characters. And the way we do that is A-Z, space, uppercase A dash uppercase Z. What that does, strangely enough, is that it'll turn little a into big A, little b into big B. For everything on the input, that's a little a, it'll turn into a big A. Right now, you take that and pipe that to less or more, you'll see the output of this whole thing, right? Pipe that into more, pipe that into less, vertical bar, and then less.
Less.
Less. Yeah.
Yeah. Enter.
Yeah, enter. There you go. Everything is uppercase now. Yes, this guy, we had lowercase, and that command turned everything into uppercase. Now, what we want is we want these. What is the last word on this thing here? Is it etter? E-T-T-E-R? What is it?
It's better. Sorry, I think.
Oh, it is better.
That make it easier to see?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's direct actually.
Oh, is it Q? Hit Q. Q. Now up arrow, get the whole thing. And then get rid of the less and then the vertical bar. Get rid of the less and the vertical bar. Backspace and get rid of the less. But no, you need TR and everything. You get up arrow, get everything. You just need the less and thing to go. All right, TR, A to Z. Now, instead of a vertical bar less, say greater than, say /tmp/ some file, okay, /tmp/ x.txt. Okay, enter. All right, now take the contents of x.txt and use that to replace what you have in online GDB in that file, right? Now everything will be uppercase.
Okay. I'll do that right now.
Is everybody on the same page as what we're doing now? Yeah. While Isaac is getting ready with that. Hey, Isaac, your screen is now, you can reduce the size because, oh, is it me? Oh, it's me. Hey, now I had zoomed out. All right, yeah. So while Isaac is getting ready with that, is everybody so far clear on what is going on, right? Now we're getting to the cream of today's class, which is we're going to take that string and we're going to write the function that will jumble it. Okay, so that is going to be cool. As soon as he's done that, I think we are ready. Yeah, we're good on time. We have a half hour, and I think I'm very optimistic we'll actually be able to finish it today, and be able to play a game too, I think.
Sorry.
Hey, Josh. Yeah. Welcome. Hey, how are you? Are you feeling better, Josh? Last week you said you had a sore throat or something.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Great, great. Is
So
everybody okay with this? Yeah, go ahead. Someone asked a question.
to shuffle the characters,
Uh-huh.
pick 2 random numbers and just swap the 2 letters. Is that how you're gonna do it?
You can do it that way, but if you do it systematically, you can do it with a minimum number of swaps. And the way we do that is we'll do exactly what Richard said. What we're going to do is take the first, we pick a random location and move that to the first place, meaning a random location, swap with the first. Now take another random location, but leave the first alone. Random from 2 to the end, right? Swap that to 2. Random from 3 to the end, swap that to 3, right? So essentially we're picking a random guy for each slot, and we're doing that, okay? So you have to do exactly n swaps to get that shuffle done. And, there's other ways to do it, but, and then it'll be interesting for you to noodle on. And if any of you are, well, when we get to it, right? If any of you are statistically inclined, I'll throw in a little, interesting statistical problem there for you to noodle on and share on the forums, okay? All right. I think,
Sorry, I'm still having trouble. It should be, oh, okay, I figured. I think I know how to.
So what we want to do for the swap and the shuffle is now you can use a for loop that or someone suggested before. You say for size t I to 0 to the end of the word, right? You're going to pick a random element, move that to the first guy, right? And then from 2 to the end, random, move that to the second guy. 3 to the end, and you go on all the way to the end, and you're done with the shuffle. And that is going to be a function, but the way that we've written the function is that it needs a parameter to be given by reference. Okay, there are 2 ways in which you can pass parameters. One is by reference and one is by copy. And we're going to do a small experiment today that will show you the difference between the 2. And that is why we, this function that we're writing is going to be key. And you can run this and see the difference and say, why does this work and that doesn't work? Okay, I'm not going to explain that. You're going to find out, do a little bit of research in the textbook, even, lots of places. And then say, hey, I looked into why this works and that doesn't work, and this is the reason, okay? Because that one passes by parameter copy, and this one passes by reference. Key terms: passing by copy and passing by a reference. Very unique to C++. So plan to spend a couple of days, especially if you're coming in from a different language, right? Even C didn't have it, or the original C, right? Didn't have passing by reference, I think. I don't know, maybe Richard remembers. Right? But C++ introduced this really cool thing, and you can do some research and you'll find some interesting stuff. Hey, are you done, Isaac?
No, I'm not sure where it is.
With this
We
file
created
/tmp.
/tmp.
Yeah.
It should be still
type
under.
cat. Oh, I see. We didn't actually put it in a file. No, x.txt. So type cat space x.txt and hit enter. Type cat space x.txt and hit enter.
I get no such file or directory.
Can you show the screen, please?
Yeah, I will.
Share
Sorry.
Share the screen. No, cat /tmp /x.txt. That's where you, yeah. You see that line? /tmp
Yeah.
Yeah. And now copy all of those. You have to scroll up and copy all of those words, put them in online GDB.
Oh, thank you.
Just delete word 6 and then copy the x.text over to word 6.
Yeah. Okay. Should be good now.
And then you can share your screen again, and then we'll go into the code. No, not this, to your online GDB screen.
Yeah.
Oh, this is online GDB?
Yeah.
Okay,
Right?
excellent, excellent. All right, okay. Now, shuffle word. Now, here is the thing, right? Now, go to line 18. Go to line 18. Hit, yeah, there you go. That's fine. Say void, shuffle word. This is the function. Yeah. And then the parameter is going to be string word. Okay, string word. The parameter to that is string word, string space word. And let's put a comment on top of the function. Go to line 17, hit enter. No, hit enter, put a blank line above that. Right? So here, this function, say this function will shuffle the letters in the given word in place.
So
Right?
when you say string word, that's you're making a copy of word. Is that right?
Yes. I was, yeah, we need an ampersand, but we'll get to that very soon. Thank you, Richard. Okay. No. Hey, we're not done with the comment yet. Line 18, this function will shuffle the letters in the given word in place. It puts asterisks around in place. Okay. That's very important. In place. Yeah. In place. Right. Yeah, look, yeah, on the next line, you can say, look up what, we can say, because word is passed by reference and not copy. Because word is passed by reference and not copy, right? Research and discuss in the forums, okay?
Oh,
you
sorry.
can say, yeah, research more and discuss in the forums. And that can be within parentheses. Research more. Okay. All right. Okay. Now here, well, this part I will come back to do it. For now, let's just say, put a to do there. Put a to do. Comment. To do. For now, we're going to leave it blank, and which means it will just, for now we'll leave it blank. So word is untouched. Word will be untouched, right? So we got to fill it in later. Okay. All right. Now let's go back to our main. Stand by. All right. Unjumble this in 5 seconds or less. Okay. All right. Now, so far, this is a working program, not the correct working program. It is a working program because when we compile and run it, it should give us a jumbled random word from that list. Okay. Let's see if that happens, right? If you run it now, it should say, if we don't have any errors. All right. What is the error? What's the error?
Can you see it, or
Actually, can you increase
It's
the?
because we haven't initialized random word.
No, there it is. We haven't initialized. Yeah, I left that as a to do for you guys. Do you guys want to do it now? It's 10-15 seconds. Okay, 15 seconds. Do you want to do it now? Someone call out the code. What should go there? What should go where it says to do on that line?
You
What
do
is it, line 48? Yeah.
rand parentheses, and then outside of it the %, and then words dot size.
outside of the parentheses?
Yeah.
Yeah. Words dot size
Yeah, with parentheses.
around.
No, it's a method.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Sorry, I understand. That was dumb.
Now, that is the index. So what we want to do is words square bracket, whatever that is, right? So put before the rand, say words square bracket, and yeah, okay, and at the end. Does everybody understand? This is how you pick a random element from an array. So in JavaScript or Python or other languages, when you have an array and say array.pick, maybe there's a method called array.pick. It just gives you a random element from the array. Is there a method called array.pick in Python or Java, JavaScript? Any programmers who know that? I don't know. Anyway, there is a method in many other languages. If you give it an array and say, give me a pick, pick a random element, it'll do it randomly for you. This is what it's doing, okay? It's basically calculating the index just like this. you know, percent, and then going in and getting that. Okay, now if you compile and run it, it should basically give us. There you go. Okay. What does it say stores? It, oh yeah, of course. It is, yeah, because we, you know, our original word, we in our shuffle word, we're not doing anything in shuffle. Yes, we're not doing anything in shuffle. It's just a stub. So go
Yes.
back to that shuffle words. Go to that function. We'll change it slightly now. What we'll do is just change the first letter. So make word square bracket 0. Word square bracket 0 equals x. Okay, words square bracket 0 equals x, meaning that we're just going to change that to random, make sure it actually happens. We want to make sure x within single quotes, x within single quotes, uppercase x, or, you know, lowercase x, that's fine. All right, now if you run it, you should get stores or whatever it is, but the first letter should be an x. What is it? No, oh, I see, word, not words. I'm so sorry. Word.
Semicolon.
sorry.
Semicolon. All right, okay. Hey, it's just practice. All right, okay. Why did it say X? Oh, it should say X Indo. Or why did it say? Oh, yeah, we forgot. You know, Richard actually reminded me, and I totally forgot. All right, okay. It's passed by reference, not copy. So, all right, actually, it's very good. So it's so instructive. Okay, so before you do anything else, remember, it didn't work now. Yes, it didn't work. You got a word window. It's just telling us window. You didn't change it, but we want the word to be changed. So what we're going to do is just make one small change, and it'll make all the world of a difference. Okay, just on line 20 before the word right? Put the ampersand. Okay, put an ampersand right before the word. Yeah, okay. Okay, put an ampersand there. Okay, now if you run it now, it'll work. X, you'll see X for the first letter. Okay, all right. So now this is cool. Okay, we only did one small change. We put the ampersand in front of the word, and it made the world of a difference. Yes or no? Okay, why is something that, you know, you're going to do some research, right? Because you got a question there. Why does it work? Why does this work and why doesn't work? Okay, take some time, please, to get to the bottom of this. This is like super duper important for C++. Okay, get to the bottom of this. Why does this work? Why does, you know, take the ampersand out? Doesn't work. Why? Okay, and because there's going to be like 5 points or something in the midterm exam around this kind of thing, passing by parameters by copy and reference. So it really is useful to get to the bottom of this. If you have any questions, you have to ask in the forums. You can ask in an extra class, Josh, Caitlin, me, right? Extra class or whatever it is. You got it. So it's honest. All right. Now, what we're going to do inside of the shuffle, right? Inside of the shuffle. Do we do that now? Oh, I will come back to shuffle and figure it out. No, do we do that? Oh no, let's do the comments in main first, and then we'll come back to shuffle. Okay. Yeah. So go to comment. Yeah, in your main, further down in main, further down in main. Okay. Now we've told the user unjumble this word, and we're going to hand over the control of the keyboard to them. They're going to type in and hit enter. How do you know how long they took? So what we want to do is actually measure the time it takes for the user to guess. So what we're going to do is read the clock, the system clock, and then say, type your answer. After they type the answer and hit return, we'll read the clock again, right? And take the difference between the two clock readings. That'll give you the number of seconds elapsed for the user to type in their guess. Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up if you agree that if I read the clock before they do it, read the clock after, the difference will tell me the number of seconds that they took to unjumble it.
Shouldn't it buzz like after 5 seconds if they haven't gotten
Yeah,
it?
unfortunately, you know, we're not going to do that buzzing thing, and because buzzing, you have to do threading and device control. It is not worth it for this class. Probably not even worth it for this. Yeah. Unless you're doing it on an iOS device or something that is really cool and has a nice interface. I think this time what we'll do is basically just do it, ask the user to respond. And in their mind, they got to say, I got to get it right within 5 seconds. If they take more than 5 seconds, it'll say, well, you know what, you got it right, but it was more than 5 seconds. I think that's enough for this game. But it's a good point, Richard, okay? So see if you can do that. See if you can do that. You have to fork, you know, if you're facile with Unix and things like that, what you have to do to make it buzz is that at that point, you have to fork the code. 2 processes running. And one of them is going to start the clock. And then when the clock, 5 seconds done, it's going to start some kind of a buzz, you know, or flick the screen or whatever it is. so that this thread will get notified. It's all unnecessary complication. That's why we're not doing it here. Okay, all right. Now unjumble this, right? So now on the next line, you're going to say, enter. You're going to say time. Oh no, say. I think we say double. All right, double. Timestamp. Let's call it time. Yeah, double timestamp. Timestamp.
Timestamp, one word.
Yeah,
or
one
two
word.
words?
You can call it TS. Call it TS. Equals clock. Okay, clock. Now I believe the word, and there is a function called clock that will return the number of milliseconds since some ancient epoch time. Okay, we're going to see if it works or not. If it doesn't, we'll change it to something else. Okay. Now you're going to say and unjumble this in 5 seconds or less. Yeah, now you can say C out, enter your guess, right? C out, enter your guess, colon, right? C out, enter your guess. Colon, space, and then no endle here. Yeah, yeah. Now you're going to say C in, right shift into guess. You need a string variable called guess, so you can declare it after double TS. Yeah. No, you can right after double TS because you can keep things close. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can put it there too later on when you rearrange things. For now, we'll just put it here. Just string guess. That's it. String guess. Semicolon. Right. Now you can say into guess. Yeah. All right. Now yeah, hit enter. Hit enter. Now you can say double TS2, right? And call the first one TS1 and call this TS2.
So if you've scrambled the words, how do you know you got it right? Like
yes. Well, we got yeah. We got the random word. Oh, because the random word got mixed up. All right, okay. All right, we'll keep a copy of the original word. All right. All right. Thank you, Richard. Okay, hit enter. Hit enter. Yeah. Now say double elapsed time equals guess TS2 minus TS1 minus TS1. Oh, you do have a minus there? I can't see it. Yeah, okay. Put space in both sides of the minus and okay. Now we're going to handle the issue that Richard pointed out, where you have string random word equals. Yeah, go to line 40 and 49 and hit enter, and line 49 and hit enter. Enter. Yeah, and say string original word equals random word. Okay. Yeah. Well,
Sorry, I need to.
It's okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. But generally, you can use the same convention later on. You can tidy it up too. These
Yeah, I will.
As though this is a program that is so important that it's going to live beyond. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we'll do what Richard suggested. So line 65, hit enter. Yeah. If guess double equals, within parentheses, if guess not equal to, not equal to original word. Okay, original word. Yeah. All right.
Should you convert those to uppercase too while you're here, just in case the user types upper and lowercase?
Yeah. Okay.
Too many details.
Well, all right. Yeah. Yes. Actually, this is a very good point. Yeah, it's a very good point. We have to. Ideally, we should do it. Okay. This thing that Richard said, it is what you should do in a real program. If you're doing it out there, we got to do this because we can't depend on the user to do the right thing all the time. We always, any good program that is successful out there always compensates for user error. In fact, the more it compensates for user error, the more money or the more popular the program becomes, right? That is why, AI-based programs they will be so popular because they will compensate for all kinds of user error. because the AI can figure out what the user wants from the way they structure things and so on and so forth. So that is what we got to do. And it's not just AI. It goes all the way back to the beginning of programming too, right? Whenever you're doing something that is going to interact with the user, try and imagine that the user is the most, errorful user, right? Going to mess with the system and try to compensate for all of those things. So what we can do is go to line 63. Go to line 63 and hit enter. Go to line 63 and hit enter. One more. Yeah, one more, and put a comment there. Right? And say, here we convert the guess to all uppercase.
And get rid of non-ASCII character, like non-letter.
No. Yeah, all right. Yeah. But we're not going to do that now. In fact, we're not even going to do any of this. We're just going to assume the user, for our purposes in our class, we're just going to type in all the right things. But in a real production setting, like for example, if Richard says, I'm going to do a server, which is going to handle this for arbitrary users in the world, connect to my server and play this game, then he'd have to do all these things, right? So he would basically clean it up, remove all the non-printing characters and all these things. But for our class, it is a very sanitized environment. All good students like you, right? We'll say, all right, everybody's going to be well behaved, and not going to play with the system, maliciously. All right. So on the next line, you're going to say guess equals, and say sanitize word. Okay, sanitize text, uppercase T text, whatever, right? And then that's fine. Within parentheses, past guess. Now, comment out this line, because it's a to do. We're not going to do it, right? Semicolon, right? Comment out this line, and put another comment on the top. The previous line, put another comment, and say, this is where you guys have got to do it, or this ideally you would do this. Say ideally you would do this, but we're not doing it in this class, right? Ideally you would do this. Sanitize will convert everything to uppercase and remove problematic characters, and return the cleaned word. And so this is different, right? Different from the previous one, because the previous one is doing it in place, 6 letters, jumble and give me the same 6 letters back, right? It's not returning. But here, you're going to take this thing and you're going to return something else. And we're returning something else because it may be different in size, because there might be jumbled, trash characters you throw away and it's bigger or smaller, whatever it is, right? It's going to be different. So we're returning a different string. Anyway, if it doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. It's all commented out and you're going to do this later, right? Okay, yeah. All right, so we're not going to do this. And in parentheses, say Richard's point, okay? In parentheses, so, it's documented, and so that Richard's point. Okay, all right. Now, if guess is not equal to original word, you want to say C out, left shift, alas, the original word was, and then print the original word, and then endl after that. Endl. Yeah. And then for the else part, you're going to say C out. Oh, we need to find out, do we have the elapsed time? We do have the elapsed time, right? C out, hooray. Right?
How do you spell it? I'm not sure.
H-O-O-R-A-Y.
H-O-O. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. As there's a word in English that has 3 double letters next to each other. Wooden. It has 3 pairs of double letters. W-O-O-D-D. Yes, for wooden. All right. Hooray, you got the right word, and you took. All right, hooray, you took. You got the right word. You got the right word in. You got the right word in space, And then outside, you're going to say elapsed time milliseconds after that. Within quotes, you're going to say space milliseconds. Left shift, space milliseconds. That's it. Okay. This is the entire game. Oh, you need to left shift milliseconds. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Endl after that. Endl. That's it. Oh, yeah, you got to do. You got the right. Oh, that's it, right? That's all. In fact, ideally, you don't even need the curly braces for the if statement, because each one, there's only one then and only one else, right? You can get rid of the curly braces, save some lines. For the if statement, get rid of the curly braces. Oh, you need one more space before the else to go, because the else. Okay, all right. So and that's it. You can get rid of the blank lines. One less space before the else. Else should be under the if.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, now get rid of the blank lines. This is actually ready to go, if I'm not mistaken. No, blank line. Yeah. Now, I don't know if clock, if we'll get an error for clock and we have to include some file, but let's run it and see if it works, okay? Oh, wow, it did work. All right. Oh, no, we haven't done the jumble yet. Okay, let's do the jumble, okay? Let's do the jumble. We can kill this. Let's do the jumble. All right. And we're going to do this really quick algorithm for jumbling it. And we got a complete game last class. It was actually a non-trivial, easy, fun to play game. And it was only 75 lines of code. Yeah, C++. So they're all simple programs that we can do in one class. Enough instructional material in each of these programs to cover all of the topics that are supposed to be mastered in that particular week. It's really, really cool. I'm actually loving this. Okay, so in fact, this week we're supposed to do functions and parameter passing. This actually has everything and it's under 100 lines. So everybody should do this many times. Meaning that even if you opened a VS Code or something and started from scratch, did the whole thing, meaning you can look at it once, but not keep looking back and forth at Isaac's code. Okay, look at it once, understand, just copy the comment from the top into your online GDB, and looking at the comments only, flesh out the whole program. Okay, if you get stuck, look at Isaac's code, come back. Right now, after you've done that, erase everything, do it one more time. It's going to take you 20 minutes, 3 times 20 minutes, whatever it is. Okay, but do it, set some time apart and do it. Second time, you'll get stuck again, maybe, but maybe one fewer time. Third time, you'll just do it without looking at Isaac's code at all. Okay, you got to get to that place. Everybody has to get to the place where they can go from a blank slate, blank online GDB, to this completed program, able to play this game with your, housemates or family or friends. You should be able to play it. Okay, if you can get to that state, you'll be totally comfortable for the rest of this quarter. Okay, right now, here's what we're going to do. We'll actually do the function here. Okay, so get rid of that stub, right? Lines 21 and 22. We're actually going to do it now. Okay, so do for size ti equals within parentheses, yeah, size ti equals 0. Now, if I follow the logic here very carefully, and this is a permutation algorithm. Okay, it is a permutation algorithm. It is a very exactly the same as what Richard mentioned, except maybe this is what he had in mind. We're going to be doing it sequentially, one after another. That's all. Okay. I less than word dot length. Okay, I less than word dot length. Word dot length. I hope there's and then open close, and then semicolon I plus plus. Okay, all right. Now on the next line, you're going to say we want to pick a random number from I to words.size. Okay, so we want to pick a random number between I and words.size. So how do we do that? We want a rand % words.size minus I plus I. All right, okay. Say n, say size t n equals n equals rand open close. Now % within parentheses, say words.size minus I, words.size Oh no, word dot length, word dot length, word dot length, word dot length. No, not words dot length, word dot length.
Sorry.
Dot length. Open, close, open, close. No, open,
Oh
open.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah. And then minus I. Do you have a minus there? I can't see. Yeah. Are there spaces on both sides? Yeah. All right. Minus I, semicolon. All right. No, not before the semicolon, right? Percent that. Okay. Go to before the word rand, say I plus, right? Before the word rand, say I plus. Yeah. And so a space in front of the plus two. So that's nicer. Okay. So is everybody convinced that that statement there will return to us a random number that is between I and the end of the word? Now, there are some corner cases here that may not work, and we're going to come back and fix it, right? We want to make sure that it works in all situations, but we'll do this first, okay? Now we're going to swap. Yeah, I'll put a comment there. Swap the word, swap the letters at index I and N. Yeah, and on the next line. Yeah, and you say swap, and then within parentheses, you're going to say words square bracket I, comma, words, oh yeah, words square bracket N. Okay, semicolon at the end. And that's it, right? Now, and then line 27, get rid of line 27. It's a blank line. We don't need it. Now, there's a few things about this function that you need to do some research and report on it in the forums. One of them is to do with the signature of the function. So on line 20, if you look at it, it says void, and then the name of the function, and the parameter, and you have the ampersand. Each of these has a meaning. What does the ampersand mean? It's passing by reference versus copy. So you can do some research and report on it in the forums. What is the word void? What does it mean? Right? It's right in front. It says void, right? What does it mean? So
It doesn't return a value.
Doesn't return a value, right? Meaning that function just return, it does its job and says, I'm done. Okay, it doesn't give something back to the caller. Okay, so you got to find out about those things. And also think about functions that will, in fact, return a value. Like for instance, you have the other function that we were writing, right? Sanitize or something. So that is going to take the word, sanitize it, and then return the sanitized word. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that function too? Go to line 27 and hit enter. Hit enter. One more and say open a comment. Oh no, we'll do the function and then put the comment on top of that. Okay, say string. And what did we call that function? Sanitized word. Yeah, sanitized text. Yeah. Oh, and open parentheses word. Yeah, thank you so much, Isaac. Okay, yeah. And here what you're going to do is say put a comment there. This part is going to be up to you, but what we'll do is just return the word. It's a stub. We'll just return the word unchanged. Okay. Yeah, right now we'll just return the word as is. We'll return the word. Yeah, we're just going to return the word as is. But as a to-do, you must clean it up and return the cleaned word. Okay. You must create clean it up and return a new clean word. Clean it up and return a new cleaned word, all uppercase. A new cleaned word, a new cleaned string, right? That is all uppercase. Okay, so on the next line, you're going to say return word, and let's put a comment on top of this function that says, yeah, top of the function. Yeah, hit enter, one more enter. Yeah, and say comment there. You got two blank lines up there, I think. Comment, yeah. You can say this will uppercase and clean the given word and return a new string in its place. And then on the next line, you're going to say one more comment. Note that there is no ampersand in front of the word. Okay. What does this mean? Discuss in the forums. Place. And then say, note that there is no ampersand in front of the parameter. What does this mean? Discuss in the forums. Yeah, I think there's at least 4 or 5 different places where we've annotated saying, hey, do some research and look it up and report in the forums. These are all useful stuff. That's why I'm putting it there. All right. Okay. So that's what it is. Now, if you run it now, I think it should work unless, we
It
have
should.
some.
Do we want to call this?
Yeah, you can uncomment it now because it's going to get the, yeah. Good call there.
Okay.
Yeah, increase. Yeah. All right. Okay. Pause. Groups. Is it groups? Is it groups? Type in groups. Quick.
Oh,
Should have done all
sorry,
uppercase.
I
Yeah,
forgot
all
the
right,
uppercase.
okay. Hey, do it one more time. One more time. All right. So anyone can call out the word. Okay, anyone who gets it first, like the Jeopardy. Whoever gets the word first should call it out. And make it all uppercase.
Very well.
Wow, I had no idea what it is. Oh, by the way, when we didn't get the right word, why didn't it tell us what the right word was? It should have said,
It did.
It did. Okay. Well, here we're, well past 5 seconds, but it doesn't matter. Period. Someone said period. No, it's not period. There's no I. Oh, there's an I. I can't see. All right. Period. 51. No, that's wrong. It's not.
That's
51.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So obviously we got the logic. The logic works, right? The overall thing works, but the clock thing is something is funky about clock. Okay. So we got to do some research on Google. So open a tab and say, what does clock return? Find out. We need to know what the milliseconds are. Clock do in C++. I thought it was hey Caitlin, I'm pretty sure we used clock in a class last quarter, and I thought it was milliseconds. Returns the approximate. No, it's not the processor time. No, that's not right. Just do time. Forget this. Just say instead of clock, do time. Instead of clock, do time, and then we won't get milliseconds now. It'll just be seconds. Okay. Yeah. And then, but you can research clock, right? And say seconds instead of seconds, right? Where you say the time, put a comment there saying research the clock function and see how you can get milliseconds instead of seconds. Your comment there. Yeah, research the clock function and see if you can get millisecond timing. I'm pretty sure we did it last quarter, okay? And I actually forget. So, which means it must be reasonably simple. Actually, Josh was here last quarter. Hey, Josh, how do we get the milliseconds? Is it clock?
I think somebody used like the chrono library or something.
Oh, I see. Anyway, we'll run with time for now. We'll figure it out. If anyone figures out how to do the chrono library or clock, just use clock. You can post in the forum saying I changed it. Now I can get milliseconds. If you run it now, let's do it now, and we'll get the seconds also. All right. Oh, something is. Oh, time zero, time null pointer, time null pointer. You got to give it a parameter. Otherwise, it needs a parameter. And the other one also. How many lines is this? 100 lines altogether? All right. What is it? Yeah, I can see. Yes, I can increase the size. Oh, RECITD. Is it R first? RECITD. Direct. No, direct.
Sorry.
But is direct also correct? DIRECTCREDIT. Oh, it's the same. So direct is an anagram of credit.
I think so.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? We need to do something which will get. We need the right answer to find out if the time. Run one more time, right? I want to see if the right answer also gives us the right time. GR. Oh my gosh, what the hell is this?
Ungrid.
What is it?
Ungrid? That's not really a word.
No, that's not a word.
I'm bad at these word games.
No, nobody can figure it out.
It's during.
During. Who said that? Who said that? Manya?
Yeah.
During. Okay. 39 seconds. Okay. 39 seconds during. Okay. Anyway, this is fun. Okay. You got the working bits of this game. You can actually clean it up. What time is it now? It's 8 o'clock. Thank you all for sticking around. How many lines of code is this altogether? 100 lines? 92, less than 100 lines, okay? And we got a functional working program and has plenty of scope for more discovery and research, and including comments is 100 lines, okay? So I'd like every one of you, including people who coded before, like Salami, and where's Salami? All these other people, hey, Salami's gone. Oh, there you are. Okay, all of you guys, everybody, even people who coded, Matthias, do this many times, develop your own versions of the game, post it. Before Thursday. On Thursday, what we're going to do is someone is going to do this program from scratch, right? And maybe maybe Isaac is going to be around and he'll talk through, or there's other people too who will talk you through this. But when you do the whole program on Thursday, you can also do these other frills that some people have done in the meantime, right? Saying, oh, I'm going to do the sanitization part, or Richard might decide I'm going to do some extra stuff here. Okay, and he shares it on Reddit. So when you do it on Thursday, make sure you also do all the nice bits that people have shared. And you should be able to play this. And I actually thought if we finished it well ahead of time today, I would also show you how to do multi-dimensional vectors. It's not overkill, by the way, okay? What I mean by that is this time we're only reading 6-letter words, right? But maybe we want to be able have a choice to read 5-letter words, 6-letter words, 7-letter words, up to 8 different levels. Okay, so there you would use a vector of strings. So in other words, you have a vector of strings, that's your word list, but you have a vector of 4 or 5 different word lists. Now, the first word list is 6 letters, second word list is the 4 letters, and so on and so forth. So now you can pick the number of words desired, and then from that vector pick the words. I don't know if that makes sense, but I was thinking we would do that extra thing, but it's really not related. It's just indexing into vectors and arrays, which you've covered already. But it's an extra step you can take yourself if you want to extend this game to handle multiple word lengths.
Is there a reason this game, the current code couldn't handle multiple words if I just put, I don't know, a 3-letter word in words.txt?
It'll work.
It'll work.
I'm pretty sure it'll work. We don't have a limit on number 6 and all, right? We just want to make it 6 so that if many people play, they all get the same level.
Yeah.
But what you can do is when you develop your own version of the game, all of you, you can start with 3-letter words first, right? You have many lists, start with 3-letter words, 4-letter words, 5, and so on. And so the first round the player plays, serve them a 3-letter word that is jumbled. If they get it within 5 seconds, they go to the next round. And the next round, they get a 4-letter word. If they get that within 5 seconds, they get a 6-letter word, and so on. Each time, if they get it within the allotted time, you go to the next level. Longer word, okay, and see how long, what is the maximum word length that people can get to. I think it'll be easy and fun for people to play also, right? We'll take that and I'll think of some more extensions we can do to this game, and it should be fun, and we'll play around with this on Thursday also, right? And now, does this all make sense? What you need to research for today and for Thursday also is the number of different ways in which you can call a function with parameters, right? I'm passing a parameter by copy, by a reference. What's the difference? One of them changes, one of them doesn't change. What happens if I remove the ampersand? It doesn't work all of a sudden. Yeah. So all of those things you can figure out. When we write programs like this and we get to a working program, it is super important for you guys. And people don't do this. Okay. It is super important for you guys to break it. Okay. Take a copy of this program. Make changes so that it does not work. You got to break it. You got to break it and not work. And look at the error message. And you got to look at the error message many times, because these error messages, even though they are intimidating and huge, they're actually very simple. And so just looking at it many times, and you'll say, all right, I've seen this so many times, right? That takes the intimidation factor out. That is the biggest block for many C++ programmers. So break it, run it, and then fix it. And say, well, you know what? It didn't work when I broke it, and this is the reason it didn't work. Understand the reasons why things break when you make these changes. Taking on the ampersand, such a simple thing, but it breaks. Say, why did it break?
Hey, can you share this so that I can save it to my directory, please?
Yeah. Isaac, you should share
Share
orange thing.
this link.
Share it on the Reddit, by the way, with a comment, also one paragraph that says this is what the program does, and so on and so forth, and link to it. And hopefully everybody should be able to fork it and develop your own versions. Yeah. So was this useful? Was this useful? We introduced a couple, not too many more concepts, but we introduced a concept of function and parameters and different ways in which the parameters can be passed. All right. Next week, we'll talk about, tagging these parameters with const, return values with const, and, to make sure, I'm giving you something, don't change it. Right. Those are all valuable features in C++. These features don't exist in many other languages. So if you go to, Java and you pass an object, there's a keyword called final and say, well, it's final, it doesn't change. But, in fact, I forgot what the word final does, because there's so many different interpretations, and I don't know which one is currently implemented in in Java. But C++ is very clear. Okay, the word const says don't touch it. Don't, you can read it, but not mess with it. So these are useful things to know. We'll go into those concepts on Thursday. But was this fun? Okay, this is actually a working game. You can obviously extend it, more words, more word lists, and so on and so forth. You can even use argc, argv like we did with RF, okay, in the special lecture that we did yesterday. You can see how we used argc and argv to read in from the command line different word list files. All of those things are up for grabs. So have a ball, okay? Knock yourself out and try and be let your creative juices flow and take this to the next level. All right, was this fun? Did you guys find this useful today? Yes or no? Right? Well, I don't know. Only Chanyu is nodding her head very slightly. That too, right? Okay. All right. A couple of people said yes. Okay. But is everybody okay with Zara? Are you good with this? Do you guys understand this? Zara, you good? You good?
Hi, Professor. So it was a little bit confusing for me. That's why I want to contact like Kathleen to have a meeting with her to work on that a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, you are working with Caitlin, are you?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So yeah, thank you, Caitlin. Is Caitlin here? All right. Thank you, Josh, Caitlin. They're all very eager to help you. Okay. I'm also very eager to help you guys. So if any of this is unclear, just strike up a conversation with us. We'll do a special lecture recorded for other students too. So it's not only going to be beneficial to you, it'll be beneficial to you'll be helping everybody by asking a question. Okay. Either me or anyone ask a question. And on Thursday, we're going to do this again. So if it makes 50% sense now, it'll make 100% sense on Thursday. But before that, don't let it slip your mind. Even if it doesn't make sense, type it out, copy it out. But maybe all the lines don't make sense. Of the 92, maybe 40 lines make sense. Okay, but they'll make more sense. And then the remaining 40 lines will make a slightly bit more sense. Right. So and on Thursday, everything will be sealed in place. So don't let it slip by. Keep it in your memory and do this. Even if it doesn't make sense, all of you should implement this. And then we'll take it to the next level on Thursday. Okay, is that okay? All right. Thank you, Isaac. Okay, thank you. You're very cooperative and switching between all these different editors and the Linux terminal. Fantastic. Okay, thank you very much. And the font size was, good enough for me, and I could see all the students also at the same time. So thank you for your patience and for working this code with me. And more people will get a chance to code next week. Actually, who was the second person lined up to code today? One of them was Isaac, and the other one was let me see. Who was it?
I think it was Richard Kramer.
No, not you, Richard. Someone else was lined up to code today. Chanyu. Yeah, you said you hadn't coded. Yes. Can you?
Yeah, I haven't.
Okay, so you can code on Thursday, yeah?
Okay.
Right. No, all right. No, you don't have to you look apprehensive. Okay. You don't have to worry at all, because if you're coding, that's when you can feel the least of the stress, because when you're coding, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is, have the online GDB and say, hey guys, what should I type now? And people will call out the code and you just type it. And as you're typing it, it'll start making more and more sense too. So it'll be very useful. So you'll type on Thursday. Yes. Okay, and then Richard and all the other people will also get a chance, and eventually we'll start cycling back, and people who've coded before will get another chance, and it'll be fun. Okay, as we get to the second half of the course, you know, after when we do objects and all, I think there's, you know, more fun things we can do too. So thank you all for sticking around and not dropping the class, because, you know, the more students there are, the more fun it is too. You know, because I know in CS2C sometimes towards the end of the quarter, there's only like 8 or 9 students left. Many students will, you know, after the first 4 or 5 assignments, they get phased and they say, I can't finish it off, right? So the class keeps, that's why I'm not offering CS2C. But I'll offer it one more time before I retire. But it's not a very successful class. My CS2C, yeah, at Foothill. 2A, hopefully it works nicely with you guys. Okay, so thank you all for not dropping and keeping the fun level up, so that it, you know, keeps it exciting for everybody, including me. So I had a great time watching you guys and also playing this game. All right, this thing. Right, so I will actually play it too. Once you release it on Reddit, I'll click it and play it, because there's a few words I thought I should have got I didn't get. So it should be fun for me. Thank you all, and I will see you on Thursday. Yeah. All right. See you on Thursday, guys. Bye.
Thank you.